Okay, hello. This is your IELTS speaking test. My name is Nhi and I'm your examiner. Okay, what is your name?
My name is Hoai.
Okay, can I have your passport or your identity card, please? Okay, thank you. Okay, let's talk about yourself. Where do you live?
Well, I was born and raised in Ho Chi Minh City, which is the most bustling and hustling city in Vietnam, in my view. And I've been with the city for my whole life, and it's really interesting. And there can be you can find absolutely everything here, although I haven't explored much in my city.
Now, are you a student or do you work at the moment?
Well, at the moment, I'm only 17 years old. That means I'm still a student, and I've been studying in Điểm High School, which is near my house. And I must say, the education here is really good.
Okay, and what do you usually do in your free time?
Well, in my free time, I would usually play games with my friends, or just listening to music by myself, and sometimes sing along.
Okay, now let's move to another topic about concentration. Are you a focused person?
Well, I would definitely say that I can't concentrate much when I'm in a class, or like I'm in a period and a teacher is talking on the board, and I would just look outside to the bird, or I would just talk to my friend.
Okay, so how do you stay focused?
Well, I would have to do two things at the same time in order for me to focus, like fidgeting with my pen, or bumping my leg. Yeah.
Okay, and the last question for this topic. Is it easy to stay focused in a noisy environment?
I would definitely say no, since I can concentrate very well, and I would usually get distracted by noises. Like if I'm doing my work and someone just scream behind my back, I would definitely look back to see what it was.
Okay, now let's move to another topic. Okay, about wild animals. Are there many wild animals in your country?
To be honest, I don't. I definitely not doesn't know much about wild animal in my country, but I would answer yes, since when I was still a child, I watched a lot of Animal World on TV with my dad.
Okay. Do you often see animals in the zoo or in the wild?
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I most likely see wild animal in the zoo, since I don't really go out much in the forest or places that has a lot of animal.
Have you seen any program about wild animals recently?
Well, recently I've read an article about wild animal, especially more specifically red pandas, and it was really interesting how they live with their family, and how they act in the wild.
Okay, let's move to part 2. Okay, this is the question for part 2. Describe a place in your country that you are interested in. Okay, this is the. Okay, you have 1 minute to prepare the answer if you want. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's start.
Well, when asking about a special location in my country, I would definitely tell you about Dalat, which is a place in Lâm Đồng province, and it was really popular among Vietnamese people, and I could say that foreign people also know it as well. And I went to Đà with my family when I was still a young girl, and I was fascinated by it. I remember there was one time I was walking with my mom in the middle of the night market, and then when my attention got caught by something on the street, I turned around and then I got lost. But after 5 minutes of looking for my mother, I realized that she was just right behind me, and it was really a fun moment. And I can still remember vividly how the people helped me to find my mom, and they laughed with me when I realized my mistake. And the reason to why I love the city so much is absolutely about its weather. I love cool weather, so Đà is my go-to place whenever I feel down. I usually go with my family, but I would love to go with my sister or my friends in the future. And more importantly, the scenery here is absolutely majestic. When there was last year, I went to a mountain and watched the sunrise with my mom. It was really amazing, and I've touched the clouds, and I was really excited at that moment.
Okay, now let's move to part 3. How can people access travel information?
Well, I would say that they can access travel information via internet, or you could just contact the a traveling traveling agency, and they would tell you about the location that they want to go.
Okay, one more question. What causes the differences between different regions in your country?
Well, in my view, it is definitely because of the stereotype. There are really big stereotype that the people from the north are much harsher and close-minded than the people from the south, and I can see the truth. Since I can see how it is true, since I've interacted with many people from the north, and they are really kind of open-minded to me than me, and that's it.
Okay, now the last question for you. Is a great tourist destination also a good place to live?
Well, I would say no, since a place I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay, is a great tourist destination also a good place to live?
Well, I would definitely say no, since a place that attracts many people are often really busy, and the price there are really expensive. To live there, it's like living in a place where you eat with gold, and I definitely don't think I can afford that.
Okay, thank you. This is the end of our speaking test.